once again.
Nothing? Nothing? Oh, we got no doors. Again.
Okay, yep.
Fuck. Need to go back to begin the game again. Last thing we're gonna do, let me see. We're gonna go and we're gonna do the phone thing again, I think. That's what we're gonna do. Now I'm gonna give this a...
Stanley was alone. Finally.
Finally.
This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I got it!
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map.
Broke the game.
He heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary
Nice.
into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
It's pretty cool.
Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
Take it all in.
Now, what do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Am I sick of this gag?
Ah.
Nah.
Then in that case, we'll continue.
Yes.
But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer?
Maybe.
Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Would it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time.
Yeah, it does.
What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration?
Yeah, what about that?
This is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one.
Oh,
So,
fuck.
What do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky.
Probably not.
Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Oh. Cool. Do I just go back? Do I have to escape and fucking begin the game again? LOL. That's hilarious as fuck. Maybe I will do it. Maybe I will do it.
All of his code
If I can get it.
gone.
If I can get
What
it.
could it mean?
If I can get it.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Let's give it a go.
At first,
Let's click
Stanley
yes
assumed
this time.
he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and
Yeah.
realized it was part of the game's design.
Yeah,
all
part of
along.
the game's
He
design
then
itself.
praised
Yeah.
the game for its insightful and witty
Let's
commentary
continue.
into the nature of
Give it
video
up, give it
games
up, yes!
and its examination of structural narrative tropes.
Come on.
So, now that you're here,
Come
what do
on,
you think?
game. Come
Isn't this a fun and unique
on.
place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
A little bit. Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like right now. You could have done it just then.
Could have.
Now would also
Could do it right now. But
be
no.
an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain it.
Oh.
There once was a man named Stanley.
Hold on. A little bit.
Who people considered so manly.
Oh, yes, he
The
did.
truth
They
must
did.
be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly.
Oh,
What Stanley
don't know what that
liked
word
best
means.
was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function.
Oh,
Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable.
what the fuck?
You too will become quite unbearable.
What a beautiful song. What a beautiful song. Does it just keep going? Is it gonna force me to quit? Restart the game? Probs. I'll do it anyway. The end is never the end. Never the end is. Anyway.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started. And if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Okay. That's one that I haven't heard yet. Haven't heard that beginning. There's doors.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
He entered the door on his left. Trying to think. We're gonna go this way.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I know
and
that there's
Stanley
probably
knew
only a
it
couple
pretty
different
well.
things that we can do
Perhaps he
now,
wanted to stop by the employee
that we
lounge
haven't.
first, just to admire it.
but I know there's one.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art.
Did we do this
What
one?
was it
Where
about
we,
this
I
room
seen this one as
that
well.
called so deeply and
You
so
just chill in
personally
here.
to Stanley? Its grace, its subtle charm. No, Stanley knew it was something deeper,
Something deeper.
something
Darker.
darker.
Love his accent. And if we just chill in here, I think he continues. Hide behind here.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
But they're nice paintings. Look at that leaf. Look at that
At this
water.
point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
You asshole. Number 1 dad. I'm gonna take that for myself. Oh. What does that say down there?
Stanley sat
Who
around
farted?
with more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Oh, I got up here. Oh. Trying to glitch. Ah! I want to get to the fern. Fuck it. Is there anything else? Fuel. Nice. I think we're done here. Cute little mugs. Coffee nut. And number 1 dad again, I guess. Anyway.
But at last,
No big deal.
he had enough of the
Lego.
empty room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Back to business? Yeah, no.
Stanley was so bad at following directions.
Now.
It's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Trying to think. Where was the thing where I have the phone? Is it straight ahead?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps
Or is it
we've
down?
gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing
forget.
your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you.
I'll go ahead.
all this time.
This way.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. I'm not asking for me. I'm
Look at
asking
that.
for her.
I'm asking for her. I know. I think this is the way then.
Your chance
Yep,
to
look
redeem
at this.
yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into
In your life.
She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your...
Oh, I answered it by mistake. Fuck! Well, I was going to anyway, but I wanted to let him speak for a little bit. 427. Oh, there's a nice little
Is
room.
that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Oh.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. Sorry,
Oh,
but
fuck.
you're in my story now.
That scared the shit out of me. I can't go in any of these doors? Well, shit. At least he thought about me going down there. At least she's pretty.
A very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh, fuck. Good morning, employee 427. Press M on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Press N. What if I press B? Nothing? Okay, N.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of
Why is this
wild
here?
expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Press I to watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own.
There's no TV.
First,
There's
he
filing
imagined
cabinets.
that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The
Yeah.
thought excited him terribly.
Press R to spend some time with boys. Oh, R,
So
not B.
he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Press U to prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world,
Oh?
he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay
Well.
an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Press Y to tell your kids a story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Press Z to tell your wife you love her. I love you, honey.
But there is no.
And she's gone.
How could there possibly?
Fuck, I can never keep a girlfriend.
All he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
Press 9 to go to sleep. Good night, game.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That
I
in
thought it would
this
just go
world,
black.
He can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Do I do it? I'll do it.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand?
I did
that
it.
Every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself. How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press 8 to question nothing.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please die?
Pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And
Oh. I think I died. Loading screen time. Watch this. Hold on. 3, 2, fuck. Interesting. Oh? Hello?
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This is different. Can't remember this part.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Trying to think of stuff that I haven't done. I'm actually going to save it here. I'm going to save new game right here. Can I save it in on our name? No. I'll just save like that. Alright, anyway. If you guys are enjoying this series so far, please leave a like. It's really helping me, just get the channel out there, get the series out there, and just create more and better content. Also, if you guys haven't subscribed to the other channel that I have, I have 2 channels. There's this one that I upload every single day on, and there's the E1MP channel, the Epic One-Man Opponent channel, which is solely just Minecraft videos. You can go check out those videos, or that channel, in the link below. youtube.com/epic1manponage. Videos on there are uploaded every second day. So anyway, please leave a like. Please check out the links in the description. And until next time, guys, this is Josh, your signing out. See you guys later. Dunno. Half-Life? I don't know. Beats me. Let's explore. Unless this is like the first... Do you know what this looks like?